Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek. I am Pension, welcome to Spinnortality. So Spinnortality is a cyberpunk management game set in a dystopian future where we run a giant, evil, megacorporation. I mean, that just sounds like tremendous fun. That ticks all the boxes. So yes, we should be playing this. Currently, this is the alpha version, and I'm playing this through itch.io, which is lovely because it's free. The alpha version on itch.io, as it stands right now, is free, so you can download it right now if you want to. There will be a link in the description of the video below. However, it is due for a full game release, I believe, in Q3 2018. So you can probably still download it through itch.io when it's released, but also there is a Steam store page if you want to go and have a look at that and wishlist it and all that kind of stuff, and that is also in the description of this video. So because it's an alpha version, we have to expect bugs and glitches and all the little bits and bobs that come with an alpha version, but for an alpha version it's pretty complete. It's a pretty complete sort of version of the game. I mean, there's a lot of content in there. And I think what happened was they had a sort of a plan, a roadmap or whatever, and they've built the majority of the game. And then there was a crowd-funded sort of Kickstarter-y thing for the game, which the developer has got the money from to use to basically build in the final, you know, the finishing touches, the finesse and the polish kind of stuff to the game. So we'll be playing the alpha version, which is not the complete version, but it probably isn't going to be far off from what we're going to get from the full version of the game. So here we go. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's go and create ourselves a giant evil megacorporation, shall we? So the first two things we have to do. We have to name our megacorporation and we have to choose a logo. Well, I think I've got a fairly good idea what I want to do with this. There we go. So the megacorporation is We Are Lovely Corp and the logo is a heart. Because I'm thinking psychology. I'm thinking psychology right here. If we're a giant evil megacorporation, we don't want to appear giant and evil. We want to appear giant and friendly. So We Are Lovely Corp. Yeah, we're lovely. We're friendly. We're lovely. Hey, they're not evil. They're not doing nefarious, terrible things. They're doing lovely things. That's good. And a heart in red. So you know, heart associated with romance and valentines and friendship and love and caring. But really, no, it belongs to an evil megacorporation. But people will see this and we will have their trust. So that's good. That's my plan. That's my plan. Psychology, you see. Okay, so now we have to enter our names. This is building us as the CEO or chairman or whatever we are of our giant megacorporation. So yes, first name, surname. We're going to be Mr. Entirely Trustworthy. Again, going down the psychology route, Mr. Entirely Trustworthy can be entirely trusted to deal with all the stuff that the megacorporation is dealing with. And then we pick a portrait. Now, yeah, these are quite nice little sort of silhouette-y things. But no, we are going to go for you. Entirely featureless. Just a feature. I mean, yeah, they've got no neck either, which is a bit strange. But yeah, no sort of features of this. These have got hair and whatever and shapes and, well, in fact, it's just all hair, isn't it? But no, they've got ears. These people have got ears. This one here, just featureless. Featureless, mysterious, shadowy. But no, because he's called Mr. Entirely Trustworthy, people will trust him, which is splendid. And now I believe we can start. There we go. Now, I've played a little bit of this. I've done a bit just to get used to it. And there are tutorials. And normally I'd go, I don't need the tutorials. But the tutorials give you things. So when you complete the tutorial, it will give you resources and money and little connections and things like this. It will give you stuff. So we are going to work our way through the tutorials. So yeah, they're not complicated. They're not particularly complicated. And it will be a good way to sort of introduce people to the game. And it'll also be a good reminder for me because there's quite a lot going on in this game. There's an awful lot happening. So, welcome to Spinnortality, a cyberpunk strategy management game where you run a mega corporation in the near future. Click next. Okay, I can do that. So, my goals are keep the company afloat. Yeah, we've got 100 million. That doesn't seem very much for a giant mega corporation, but okie doke. Become more powerful and wealthy. Now you're talking. Become immortal. Okie doke. Right, there we go. And eventually control the political landscape of the entire globe. So yes, the Spinnortality, you see, we're going to use spin, as in political and media spin, and then immortality, ortality, spin-ortality. Do you see what they've done there? Anyway, right, let's just carry on. Next, so we sell technologies. To make profit, we sell technologies. To do this, we choose how to market the tech in different nations. Sometimes you need to bribe politicians to pass laws to make these technologies legal. Splendid. First, get an overview of the company. Click this button. So here we go. We Are Lovely Corp. Oh, they're so trustworthy and lovely. That's nice. That's me. I am 30 years old. I'm probably going to die between 80 and 100. So I've got 50 years. 50 years to get on with this, have I? But I can transfer my consciousness if I like. If I get brain transfer under gene splicing, I can transfer my consciousness. Okay, if I die, the game is over. Okay, as you progress through the game, you may find ways to become immortal and cheat death. Goals. Now there are some goals, which is jolly exciting. This screen shows your short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. This task is your short-term goal. The board of directors for your company will assign you tasks throughout the game. They are non-critical but can give you useful rewards. So up here, quick-term stuff. These agendas are medium-term goals. They're extensive, which give you a significant advantage. Expensive but useful. So yes, these you have to spend kind of money, as you can see just here, between the flashy on and offs. Hang on, let's skip to the next bit. Next. Yeah, there we go. So the agendas cost a little bit of money, which is fine, but also they cost certain connections up here. So you earn kind of military connections, class connections, and cyber connections as you go along. So we'd have to spend money and some of our connections, which we use for other stuff as well, in order to get these things unlocked. And these things flashing on and off are the long-term goals. That's how we win, basically. Achieve one of these and you'll claim victory. For each victory, you must complete several agendas and control the world's nations in the most nefarious ways possible. To summarise, keep our company afloat by selling tech, take advantage of short-term tasks to receive rewards, which is what they are, become immortal before you die of old age. I mean, yeah, that's quite a good objective. Pursue medium-term agendas, these ones here, and tutorials such as this will appear occasionally to teach you how to do things. You can close them anytime by pressing the X button. Yeah, so you can close them, but then you don't get the rewards at the end. So like there, look. Oh no, it's not here. You don't get anything for this one. Some of them, it just says you'll complete it and it'll go, there you go, here's 50 million. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. It'll go, hey, here's 5 connections, and they're all useful. So yes, we shall certainly be going through these. Right, let's research some new tech. Here is a tech tree, and it's it's not small. It's a quite advanced tech tree, and yes, as we can see here, it gets a little bit sort of dodgy in terms of legal stuff. So yeah, there's no legal restrictions for these ones across the top. But then, yeah, as it becomes here, designer organs and birth clones and whatever it is, death predictions need certain law levels in the countries to spread them around. This is the research tree. It shows projects you can research organised into different groups. Like projects are available, bibbly bobbly boo, it's a path, it's a tree. We kind of get that. On the right of the tree is a project called social media. There it is. So the world currently doesn't have social media. 2060, this world, this dystopian future doesn't have social media. Good Lord. Okay, so find social media and click it. I've selected it, and here is a description of it on the right-hand side. It can be monetized. So some research things can be monetized, in which case it will make profit from us when we spread it around into countries. Some of them cannot be, and they're more just sort of used for assisting in development of my company and such like. Also, this one down here, you get +5 media power where it's launched. So if we launch it in a country, we get a little bit of media influence in that country, which is lovely. I currently have 10 workers, you can see down here. 5 interns, who are the guys with the kind of the sweat mark on their face, and 5 regular employees, which is fine. Click on a plus button on the top right of the panel. There we go. Yeah, so it's going to take us 10 turns to complete that, which is a bit silly. So yes, we can assign all the workers to it. It'll be done in 2 turns. Splendid. I'm sure it goes through interns and stuff, but interns are cheaper and you can recruit them quicker, but they are not as good and they're more likely to leave, whereas full-term employees are better at what they do, but they cost a bit more and they take longer to arrive. So they don't appear instantly. You have to go through a recruitment process. Okay, right, close the window. Yep. 10 workers are not enough for a growing megacorporation. We should recruit some more. Yes, you'd think you'd have like 100,000, wouldn't you, or something? Right, a workers button. So click the plus button next to employees. Yes, okay, tutorial, I will do that. You can right click to hire 5. I just did that. It will take some time for our employees to arrive and our social media research to complete. It will take 2 turns indeed for both of those things. So now we end our turn. And I think it tells you anyway, but a turn is a quarter. So a fiscal quarter. There we go. The moon spins round. It's very cool. There you go. Each turn represents 3 months, 1 fiscal quarter. You have some messages. So yeah, I mean, as the head of a global megacorporation, having 4 emails over 3 months is pretty good, I would have thought. So yes, we get all this kind of stuff. Messages, geopolitical stuff. So, you know, Europe is a one-party state, which is a bit worrying. And South Africa is one party. Asia is a democratic government. North America is democratic and all that kind of stuff. It tells you the global situation, if you like. We'll clear that. 1 intern has handed in their resignation, claiming 20-hour workdays were against the spirit, if not the letter, of the law. Again, when people leave, you get a tiny bit of inefficiency, which creeps in just here. We have to spend money and connections in order to resolve that, which is a bit rubbish. Okay, so one of our interns has left already, which isn't particularly ideal. Red things is normally a thing from the board. Yep, it's come to the board's attention that the following task is of the utmost importance and should be undertaken as soon as possible. From the directors at wearelovelycorp.com. They're lovely. They're lovely at We Are Lovely Corp. So we need to break even. We're losing money. Ensure we gain more income than we have expenses. Yes, that seems like an entirely sensible approach just there. And then we've got here a media opportunity that I can't seem to open. Maybe I need to do that here. Ah, there we go. It's part of the tutorial bit. Click the message with a question mark. This is a decision message. You cannot end the turn until you have made this decision. Okie doke. I do like the way that it moves it out of the way. It's, the tutorial is very intuitive as to what's on the screen. You can mouse over the decision buttons to see different outcomes. It has come to our attention that a local media conglomerate in the Middle East is having a fire sale to raise some emergency capital. We could snap up the assets in question for a knockdown price, increasing our media presence in the country. Okay, so the Middle East, the world is split up into different sort of political organisations. The Middle East is one of them. So we could spend 5 million, but gain 5% media power, or gain 4 million. Well, we're going to make lots of money anyway in the long term. We might as well get some media power in the Middle East right now. So let's spend $5 million, but get 5% media power in the Middle East. Let's do that. Our social media project is not complete. You can check the progress of it if you want, but yeah, that's absolutely fine. End the turn. Currently, you have two types of workers, interns and employees. Yeah, went through that earlier. Splendid. Social media has been researched. So now you can launch it to start generating revenue. So we, as a giant evil megacorporation, have researched the concept of social media. And now we just need to go through and actually sell it to certain sort of organizations. So you have selected a nation. I haven't selected a nation. I clicked on the globe. In the future, the world's countries have merged into massive superstates. They are unwieldy and politically stagnant. Each nation has a different culture, measured with 7 variables. One country might be very individualistic, somewhat spiritual, and totally xenophobic, for example. You recently researched social media. Click on the social media entry in the nation window. Well, let's pick North America. It's just there. So there we go. So North America are very obsessed with security. They also like novelty. And they're kind of not particularly xenophobic or multiculturally. They're sort of down the middle on that one. Okay, so here we go. And there's other stuff here that we'll learn about later on. Some of this stuff I haven't got to yet. But one of the science things that we've done, one of the techs, is social media. If you choose the spin angle, so now we have spin angles. So yes, this is where it starts getting a bit complicated. So we've got a technology. We need to spin it to sell it to this country, because obviously you could spin social media in different ways. So this one here is, it's never been easier. Friendships are time consuming. In the busy 21st century, it can be hard to make time for them. Let us make it easier. So I would say that is convenience. I would say that is certainly playing on people's convenience. So yeah, this shows you the information about spin angles. Each angle targets one main cultural value and perhaps 1 or 2 secondary values. For example, it might focus mainly on collectivism but a little on multiculturalism. The better the spin angle matches a culture, the more money you earn from a launch tech each turn. Launch the project now. First, click a spin angle. We've only got one, fortunately. However, can we pick a different country that really loves convenience? Who? Oh, definitely not Europe. No. Okay, yeah, these are all the different sectors of the world, by the way. There. The Middle East loves convenience. They are big on convenient sort of stuff there. So if it's never been easier, friendships are time consuming, let us make it easier. I would say that's playing to people's convenience. So people can go, yes, that's brilliant. I like things that are convenient. I like social media now. That's good. Now I'm going to do something here, which it'll tell us how to do this later, but I'll do it now. You can, there's a tags box floating around. I'm going to right click and I can go in and say, yes, convenience is important for that. That's absolutely fine. And then if that appears, I can then roll over and go, oh yeah, that's for convenience. Yeah, I remember I tagged that. You can also use connections to automatically tell you what the different spin angle is good for, which particular sort of culture it fits well with. But yeah, we haven't got the resources to do that yet. Okay, so let's do that. Let's spin social media to the Middle East with the sort of the promise of convenience. So it's never been easier. 4 million to launch, but we're going to make 13.5 million. There we go. For the purpose of the tutorial, you've been granted an extra 4 million, and that's why we're doing the tutorial. Right, launch the campaign. Splendid. The project will take 1 turn to launch, so deal with decisions and end the turn. Okay. New employees have arrived. Splendid. Social media is complete. We received a job application from a skilled and appropriate candidate. We think they will be a good fit for the company vision. They're willing to start immediately, so we can either gain an employee or have no effect. We might as well gain an employee because it takes them 2 turns to arrive. Otherwise, they're ready to appear right now. Okay, now I don't think they're doing any research at the minute, so we might want to go and do some research. The tutorial might tell us this, but I'm going to kind of jump in and do it a bit early anyway. Take that, tutorial. What we can do now is, we've researched social media, that's done, but we have 4 more spin angles that we haven't covered. So currently, really, we can only target countries that like convenience, that have a sort of a very high convenience sort of factor in there. But other ones might be, one of them might go, hey, it makes the world smaller, go world, go people of all different races, faiths, beliefs, all that kind of stuff. And that would play to countries with a high multicultural value. So what we can do is, once this is researched, we can then plow people into it, and we're going to get a 110% chance, so it's going to happen next turn, that we'll research another spin angle, which is good. And then we can use that spin angle to market social media to other countries, which is splendid news. So yes, let's do that. And then, because we've got 4 interns not doing anything, we might as well, let's get this. Let's get AI version 1.0, and they can just very slowly research that right now. 6 turns, that's absolutely fine. We'll pile some more people in there eventually. They'll probably all leave anyway. But yeah, the AI is good. The AI is workers. So we've got actual people, whereas now, once we've researched that, we'll be able to have AI computers, and then it goes all the way down to here, and they're like mega super clever and all that kind of jazz. Okay, good. So we've got AI being researched, and we're going to get some new spin angles, well certainly one anyway, for social media. Okay, let's end the turn. Warp, the moon spins round. You can check on how well the launch campaign went by clicking on the nation and checking the tech entry in the list. Okay, well it was the Middle East, and it was an absolute roaring success. 5 out of 5. We made money. That's jolly exciting. The more successful the launch, the more income you will earn from the tech per turn. Splendid. For your tech to sell well, you need to decide which cultures will respond to what spin angles. Yes, indeed. And I've now got a new spin angle. Read the text and decide which cultural values this angle will appeal to. For example, collectivism, novelty, convenience, or multiculturalism. Right, so this one now says one world. Ah, there you go. It was kind of what I was saying earlier. The people of the world are complex, different, and beautiful. Welcome to the one place they all hang out. So I would say that's multiculturalism. I would say that is playing to multiculturalism. So where is there? Right, here. Asia. Asia loves multiculturalism. So now we can go here, pitch social media to Asia using the one world spin angle to say, look, multiculturalism's lovely, yay, go the world. And then launch a campaign to there, which is splendid. There we go, so that's done. Good. Once you've decided what kind of culture will respond well, search for a nation with that culture and launch the tech there. Well, I just did that, didn't I? So, okay. Right, I might have broken the tutorial a little bit there. Never mind, there might be another multicultural place. There, you! Russia! Russia loves multiculturalism too. Yay, go Russia. Okay, so let's launch a campaign there as well. You don't have many spin angles at the moment. Your choices are limited. You should research some more. Yeah, okay, so we did this. We kind of did this before. Select social media again. Put some people in. Assign all of your workers. So let's just keep it happy. There we go. Hang on a minute. Oh, is it going to be sad that I've not got those guys in? Hang on. Yeah. This is why, sort of following the tutorial, I kind of have done some of this. There we go. Bosh. Everybody is there. A 146% chance. I mean, it's a bit of a waste, but it's fine. Can I take them out now? Can I just take them straight back out? Yes, I can. Okay. Sort of flaunting the tutorial rules, but it's fine. So, deal with decisions. End the turn. Okie dokie. So, yeah, so my people here are going to be researching another spin angle for social media, because there's still 3 remaining, and those guys are going to continue working on artificial intelligence, which is splendid. Democratic Party has won in Asia, so there's also government stuff going on. One World has been researched, we saw that, and the Middle East, social media was a total success launch. There you go, and that's what it looks like. It floats in the air in front of you because we're in 2016. It's awesome. We Are Lovely Corp launches new social media platform in the Middle East. Promises total social experience. Yes, because we are awesome sauce. And what's this? A major gala event will be held tonight. We have received an invitation for a company representative. This will be a good opportunity to network and build contacts. Who should we send? Okay, so We get 1 to 3 military connections, we can get 1 to 3 class connections, or we can get 1 to 3 cyber connections, depending on who we send. And they're these things up here, and we use them for all sorts of different bits and bobs. Well, class connections could be useful, I suppose. I mean, it's a little bit of... They're all the same at the minute. So, yeah, class connections. Now, from when I played before, I ended up with more military connections than anything else. I had quite a lot of those and not enough of these. So let's go for class connections. Let's pick that. Yay, we got 2. Splendid. Deal with decisions. End the turn. Just like so. Your spin team have thought of a new spin angle. Click the research button. Yes, tutorial, I will do just that. So now we go in, we've got stay up to date. So tech is always changing. New tech, new services, new products. Welcome to the cutting edge of social media. Now, that is a tricky one. That is a tricky one for what cultures are going to respond to that. If we just go in, have a look at that. Stay up to date. So what is that? Is that quality, possibly? Tech is always changing. New tech, new services, new products. Welcome to the cutting edge of social media. Is that quality? If you do a job, do it perfectly. I would say that's probably quality. Or is it novelty? Technology marches on. We can't stop it. And why would you want to? After all the benefits it's brought. New tech, new products, new services every year, every month, every day. Tech is... Oh, yes, it's novelty. Because it even says so just there. New tech, new products, new services. And that says new tech, new services, new products. So I would say that is very much novelty. So now, can we find anyone that really loves novelty? Europe. Europe love novelty. Here we go. Yep, I've read it. I've done that. Find a nation. Yep. I think Europe will love that. 4 million to launch. Let's see how it goes in Europe. Let's recap. You should research new tech and spin angles for those technologies in order to launch them. The better you launch them, the more income you earn from each turn. Yes, okay, got it. To do research, you need workers. Yes, it's free to hire them, but once you arrive, you pay them. Yes, I believe that's how having a job works. One final thing you should know before you start playing. Open the research window again. Some projects are harder to research than others. You see, meta friendship take 20 worker hours. Posting it takes 12. Public user data takes 22. Okay, got it. Might be tempted to research projects that take less work, but the more expensive a project is, the more income it will generate when launched. Click on meta friendship on the far right of the research tree. You can get an estimate of how much income a project will generate by checking the estimated income figure. It's down here, so that will make 27 million. Okie doke, which is that would be the cost of it as an average nation with average success. So yeah, we can do better than that, surely. Now you know everything necessary to start playing, although there are other systems in the game that we'll encounter. More tutorials like this will assist you on occasion. Well, I say on occasion, I think there's quite a few more of those, let's be honest. Now, I believe it's going to give us some nice stuff. There you go. Tutorial complete, 40 million given, and that's why we are going through the tutorials right now. Okay, I want one more social media spin angle. I think we should be able to cover the globe with social media stuff, and then we're going to chuck everyone into artificial intelligence, I think is the plan. And the board have recognised that we've broken even, which is good, which was one of those goals that we got given, one of these, the short-term goal. So the board have said, yeah, well done, there you go, 5 million quid is yours, thank you very much. They thought of stay up to date, yep, got that. Total success for Russia and Asia social media launches, which is lovely. The intern team, another member of the intern team has gone, okie doke. And a project has been delayed due to the level of inefficiency here. So the AI project has been delayed. So this turn, nothing will have happened on that particular project. That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? 7 turns. Because, yeah, the people are leaving, which is a little bit rubbish. So, yeah, we can do this. Because we've got 10% inefficiency. The higher the inefficiency, the greater the chance projects will be delayed. That's not good. The more workers you have, the faster it rises. It's also raised by employees leaving. So, yes, because those people have left, that doesn't help. Now what you can do is I can spend $250,000 and 3 cyber connections to lower it to 0. However, right now I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I think that's absolutely fine. So we'll get rid of that. And now what's this there? Your interns are wondering whether we are going to hire them full time. So, okay, so we can hire 1 of them. We can't hire 5. We can't hire 10 because we don't have that many. Yeah, right then. Let's turn 1 intern into a full-term employee. That's absolutely fine. Right, where have they gone? Are they working on this? Oh, okay, that's fine. So they're going back working on that. They are coming up with 1 more spin angle for that. So now let's have a look. So who can we spin this to? So publicity, yeah. So what have we got? Stay up to date. So novelty, convenience, and multiculturalism. That's kind of toward multiculturalism, but okay. Novelty, yes. They love the novelty in South Africa, so that's fine. So let's go for that. Stay up to date. Yep, launch that in South Africa. It's already launched in the Middle East. It's already launched in Russia. It's already launched in Asia. What about Oceania down here? Let's have a look what they like. They definitely do not like multiculturalism. They are very, very xenophobic indeed down in Australia. Good lord. What else have we got? Novelty, convenience, and multiculturalism. They're kind of a bit... They like a bit of novelty, but not too much. Not too much novelty. Oh, they like novelty. North America loves the novelty. Okay, let's go down that route. Yeah, let's launch that to there. And South America are not particularly happy with anything that we've got, I don't think. Okay, so I think we've launched everything that we can. Multicultural, possibly North Africa. There might be a better solution for that. Okay, so let's come out of that right now. Go to the next turn. Bosh, 109 million now. That's lovely. Yep, something has happened in Oceania, but I'm not bothered. Never alone. So the social media new spin angle is never alone. We're never alone. We're our friends, our family, our lovers. Let us help bring you together. Okay, so which one's that? And North America was very successful. South Africa and Europe, total success. I will absolutely have that. The board have given us a thing. Build a war chest. Large injections of capital will be required to achieve our goals. Hoard $500 million. Good grief, how long have I got to do that? 12 turns to get $500 million. That seems incredibly difficult. That seems very hard, given I've only got 109 now and I need to spend money on like hiring people and staff and spending money on getting these things. So you can, if you like, bin these. So that's going to cost us 2 class connections, which is a bit annoying, and give us 5% inefficiency. I don't think we'll be able to achieve 500 million in 12 turns, because we need to spend money on all these other things. So I don't think that's going to happen. So whatever, we'll cancel that. That's fine. It cost us that. We've got a bit of inefficiency. Let's spend 0.79 million now and 3 cyber connections to lower that down. There we go. Spent a bit of money. Spent cyber connections. Yeah, possibly need to invest in those. Now you can. I'm going to do this at some point as well. Upgrade our Security Academy, Business School and Tech Institute to give us more of those per turn. At the minute, we don't really get anything particularly. We get 1 per turn. There we go. But that can up it to maybe 1.5 or 1.75 or whatever. Okay. Right. Let's carry on then. So that we abandoned that and we have a decision to make. You never know when inspiration will strike. I was in the hollow bath. I love the idea of a hollow bath. When I had an idea about how to market one of our products. I guess I should give it to you, since all my ideas count as my employer's intellectual property by law. Yes, you are damn right, marketing bod. Yep, give me all your thoughts. Gain 1 new spin angle for a random research project. Oh, that's brilliant. Does that mean we've got all the spin angles for social media? Yes, we have. Right, okay. So now we should be able to go through and market social media to every single country. And we don't need to put all the people on it because there's no point. So now what should we go for? Let's pile in as many people as we can to here to bring this down to 1 turn. Like, oh, it's taking a long time. There we go. It's everybody. Okay, everybody. Next turn we shall get artificial intelligence completed, which is very good. Now let's go through and see who has not got social media yet. You guys, you haven't got social media. What have we got? What's the new ones then? So never alone, I would say, is collectivism. Like that. Groups, friendships and human connection are important. Finding a community, family and togetherness. Or never alone says friends, family, lovers. So I'd say that's collectivism. And South America love collectivism. So yes, let's have never alone launch that in South America because they are very collectivist loving and all that. That's very lovely. Europe, success. Social media has not been launched in North Africa. Publicity. Post. It's never been a better time to promote yourself. Get posting. I would say that is very much publicity. Publicity's rollover. Life should be shared online, publicly. Networking, public relations and online exposure ensure your brand will be widely shared. Yes, it's never been a better time to promote yourself. Get posting. So I say we launch social media in North Africa with the spin of post. So let's do that. You've already got it. A total success. You're fine. You've got it. They've got it. Okay, Oceania doesn't have it yet. Now, one of the we haven't got a perfect fit for this as it stands right now. Now, later on, when we go through the tutorial, you can nudge these about a bit. If you have certain sort of influences with the country, you can sort of push these. So I could push novelty, push sort of the slider up toward novelty. But I think that's fine. I think as long as we have, novelty for these guys, it's high enough for it to be an okay launch. So that's fine. So I think, isn't that everywhere with social media on the whole planet now, once that's done? They've got social media, they've got social media. I think everywhere has social media. Right, there is a thing somewhere. Where is it? Social media. Just there. Yeah, there we go. So it's launching all those countries. And in that one, they've got it. That one and that one. Yeah, so when next turn, social media will be in every country in the world. And we shall have another science. Let's just skip over to that. The planet zooms about a bit. AI in the workplace. We are lovely co-op. Unleashes. Oh, no, not unleashes. Unveils. Introduces. Because they're warm and fuzzy, our AI workers. They are warm and fuzzy and cuddly, and you will want to hug them. Is this the future of work? Watch. Automation. The promise of freedom. Or the achievement of human irrelevance. No, no, no. The promise of freedom. You know, it's lovely. It's good. We like it. It's fine. Get rid of that. Okay. Geopolitics. The Workers' Party won the election in the Middle East. Now, this can be important. I think it's very difficult. Not impossible. It'd be very difficult to keep up to date with everything that goes on. Because all the political parties change and stuff switches about. So it's very hard to keep on track of, so on top of everything. But in the Middle East, the Workers' Party has won the election, which means that the Middle East slider thingamabobs possibly will change. Anti-innovation movement is growing across North America. They believe humanity has lost its way and should return to a purer, stripped-down, traditional way of life. So tradition is indeed one of these things. So they've moved away from novelty, because it was top, wasn't it, for novelty, and it's now sort of dropped back a bit toward tradition. So there we go. That's kind of what happens across the thing. AI V1 is complete, splendid, and total success in 2 places for social media and Oceania. Very successful. I will absolutely take that with bells on. It's come to the board's attention that the following task is the utmost importance. We have to compete in the shadows as well, develop the Black Ops agenda, and... Okay, okay. So, not a scam at 578204859net.com. I mean, it's totally legitimate. In need of assistance. Your assistance is requested as a non-Nigerian citizen to assist the Nigerian National Petroleum Company and also the Central Bank of Nigeria in moving funds out of Nigeria. Do you think this is some sort of Nigerian scam? They want me to give them at least $2 million. No, I like all the waffle though. I like all the stuff. Oh, and it's from a prince. Of course it is. Of course I'll send the money. Lose $2 million. There is a very small chance the prince will respond. I will send it, but I need a small deposit to open a Nigerian account, and I'll just ignore this. I am going to utterly ignore that. I'm going to ignore that. I don't think 2 million for a very small chance the prince will respond is worth it. So, yeah, let's ignore that. Right, let's go through, pick what we want to research, because now we have an AI bot. We've got an AI robot. Now, the AI bots are good at doing the research, but they're not very good at thinking of the spin angles. So we might possibly go down the route of getting the AI bots to do all the research stuff eventually. In fact, yes, let's order a few of those in. Let's hire 5 of those. That's good. So grab 5 bots, which is lovely. They can do the research, and then, yeah, the people can think of the spin angles as we go. So what's going to make us some monies? What's going to make some money? 27 million. Posting tips is 16 million. Public user data is 29 million. Users can look up anyone's social media use in detail. Oh, it's so evil. Or gene splicing. Now, gene splicing does lead on to other very interesting things. Very cool things. But then so does this. I mean, the ones at the bottom are tremendous. Brain transfer, human free business, hormone cloud. That sounds tremendous. That's got which has got the most income, actually. I think it might be that one. It's certainly hormone cloud so far. Is it brain transfer? Brain transfer is the most profitable. So do we go down this route here of gene stims and research all of this? So designer organs are a monetized thing that we can sell. Birth clones are a thing we can sell. And death prediction is a thing we can sell, which is splendid. These 3 here are stuff we can't sell, but it gives us better employees. We kind of make better people. We Frankenstein some people. I don't know how, but we make different people. So yeah, let's go through that result. So let's put our AI bot in it. The two of you guys. And well, in fact, everyone else. We might as well just pile everyone in. So 1 turn until gene stims is complete. And then we can monetize that. We can monetize that. We can sell it to the world. It shall be splendid. And I think that's a good point to leave it right there. So yes, this is Spinnortality, and I'm going to play this for a bit. I think it deserves another part or two, certainly, just to get into the more details of this stuff here. It's the Black Ops division, because there's 2 bits up here that we unlock. There's Black Ops, which allows us to go and do nefarious things like steal technology and sabotage governments and plan military coups and all that kind of stuff. And there's a bit here, which is this thing here. It's a non-governmental organisation. So it's basically PR, public relations. So we can go and do like charity drives, and everyone goes, oh, I love that company. Whereas really we're like selling them technology they don't need at great cost. But we've got a really good sort of public-facing kind of thing. Oh, it's very terrible. And yeah, let's just take a look at these. I didn't really look at these in any great detail because they were part of the tutorial sort of run-through bit. But these are the long-term victory goals. So the Imperial victories rule with an iron fist. Surveillance, propaganda, brutality made efficient through technology. So you have to have like Black Ops, Global Police Force, Military Strike Force, Media Firewall. And all nations on the globe are the following government type. 1 party state. And then presumably that party I am controlling. Consumerism victory is what is it? Humans are easy led. People will think they're free, but their governments will be a sham. Their attention will be carefully directed, and even their emotions will be subject to manipulation. So you need media and retail, university programs. All the nations on the globe have to be a democracy. That's quite hard to get hold of. New World victory. Corporations are the future. The next step in human civilization. Revolutionize the world and remake it in a corporate image. The New World victory is basically organizations. So tax havens, retail sites, international banks, and everyone has to be a corpo nation. So corpo nations, I think there is one somewhere on this. I think I saw it. You can buy shares in it. Buy shares in the nation. Or a humane victory, which is sort of a nice one, which yeah, is okay, I suppose. I don't think we'll get that. Leave the word arguably better than you found it, with fairer taxation, more representative governments, more responsible oversight, and kinder social infrastructure. So yes, it's like university programs and rights and protections and universal income and all the good things. Hooray! Everyone has to be a democracy, and all nations in the globe have their taxation laws at maximum. That's quite hard to achieve, I think. I quite like the idea of the Imperial one. I might just be a total horror. I might just be an evil corporation and just rule with an iron fist and stamp out corruption and by force and violence. Because, whatever. It sounds like a fun thing. But yes, so I think this deserves another look. It deserves a sort of further look. So we're going to come back to this. We shall certainly have another part, if not some more. And yeah, we'll see how popular it is. And I might well turn it into a full series if it warrants a full series, but certainly we shall come back for at least one part, hopefully a couple more than that. So if you are enjoying it, if you find it interesting, if you are intrigued, then please do leave a like, and also please do subscribe to keep up to date with how our evil megacorporation gets on, and to keep up to date with all the other stuff that we do as well. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Let's follow Matt Spence, aka Duke Nukem, as he chases after a dirty villain. There are a lot of angry people still. I don't know why. Never ever employ him, he's terrible. This place is full of rats. Timothy Robles with your kind of crazy eyes. You have tea leaves in for one of my shops.